All right, big news with Dollywood. Hopefully you can hear me. My microphone doesn't work on my new phone, but anyway, they've changed the drink thing. We're going to be doing a special episode of that on the podcast, but I'll do my quick version here. And it's basically they're cutting out the people stealing and going to QR code, which I personally like that change. Step one, you have to go, if you have one of the Night Fight cups that doesn't have it on there, you have to go get them. Right now I got mine, I'm sure they'll be everywhere when the season opens, but I got mine at Red's Diner. So yeah, you have to get a QR code to stick on there. So I want to come back and tell you all about it, what I think later. So the first thing you'll notice is this little scan thing there. Pretty simple process. I think it's a good change, but all you do is just, if I can, so now, and you only get 18 seconds. So you see now it's, and do not overfill that like I just did, plus you're trying to multitask. So if you're somebody who's already got your cup, but you got it earlier, you may have to go get a QR code, which probably by the time it opens up next year, it will be everywhere. Right now, you had to get it at the kind of trial run, but with only 2 places. But everybody knows why they did this, because people were just stealing drinks left and right, and they let it go on longer than I personally would have. So I know apparently it's more controversial than I thought, but I guess, it should, if you're doing things honestly, you wouldn't be controversial, because, if you paid for a diamond cup, or just, if you have the refill of a cup, it's no big deal, just scan it and go on. So, there's a couple things that I would recommend doing long term. One, I would like it to be tied to my season pass. That way, I don't have to bring this cup in. It's just tied to that, and I can bring my own cup, or if I was to forget it or something like that. Another thing, so that's something I would recommend doing, and obviously that means Dollywood doesn't have to buy everybody a $5 cup, which probably saves a bunch of money next year. So that's another way to do that. Tie it to your, Dollywood season pass and all the online stuff. Yeah, it is pretty much the same system as the cruise ships have on some of the newer ships. Some of the newer Carnival ships, I should say specifically. That's how it works. You scan your thing and you go. And they used to give you a cup too, but now they don't. They did that in several years. But the issue is, there's my QR code there. That guy just handed me a QR code. He didn't, scan my card and run me through any type of system or anything like that. So there's nothing that's preventing me from going up there and getting another one and giving it to somebody. And it is a sticker, so it might come off, or you may accidentally wash it and it fall off and that kind of stuff. The other thing is, it's working by picture, so which is a good thing if you're being honest. But if you're being unhonest, it's not going to be a good thing. You're going to be right back to the situation you're on. But overall, I like the change. I don't like seeing people steal stuff, and now this will make it harder on that. And it's not aggravating to scan something and wait 20 seconds stuff. Now there is a delay in between too. So there's like a 10 minutes. So after you use it, it won't work for 10 minutes. Which again, that's how the cruise ships work. So that's kind of the basics of it. We will be doing an episode of this on a podcast at some point, later on in January or February or something like that probably. So let me know what you think.